America's top comics let it all hang out at spring break.
This egg is your brain. This wallet is your parents' money. And this, spring break.
Join host Julie Brown for Comic Strip Live at spring break tonight.
You are watching WUTV Buffalo.
This is a Fox News update.
Thank you. I'll go get some tools.
Atlantis astronauts do a quick repair job in orbit. They fixed an antenna on the Gamma Ray Observatory that Atlantis is in space to deploy. In Houston, the president is talking trade with Mexican President Salinas. Bush also talked about the Gulf, saying he didn't turn his back on Iraqi refugees.
I never in any way implied that the United States was going to use force beyond the mandate of the United Nations.
But the U.S. is sending supplies to the Kurds in northern Iraq. The airdrop effort is underway as thousands of pounds of food are delivered. These Kurdish refugees marched towards neighboring Turkey. But one report says Turkish soldiers fired on a group of refugees forcing their way across the border. This has been a Fox News update.
Homer's never been serious about physical fitness.
I'm a big fat pig.
But this Thursday,
we've got rice cakes for you.
Hey, I've been setting my drinks on these things.
he's getting into shape.
Look, I'm using the original notches that came with my belt.
Get ready for the new Homer Simpson.
Hey, what gives? These donuts are piling up. Homer Simpson went on a diet. Oh, my God. And I just bought a boat.
An all-new Simpsons Thursday on Fox.
Next time on Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Once unleashed, the unit is invincible.
The crew is hunted by a computerized killing machine.
One of those things off to my ship.
Now the Enterprise is targeted for destruction.
Return fire! We missed!
Backup system failing.
It's a duel to the death with an invincible enemy on Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Monday night at 6 on Fox 29.
You've heard about Fantasy Park, the show that's giving away a new home in Hawaii, 6 dream cars, and a new job as a record executive. Well, the deadline to enter for those prizes has passed, but there's still time to enter to win lots of cash. Call 1-900-436-4FOX. No purchase necessary. For free entry, send a postcard to Fantasy Park Sweepstakes, P.O. Box 34981, Omaha, Nebraska. And watch Fantasy Park, April 13th on Fox.
It only works when you watch America's Most Wanted, Fridays.
I, Homer J. Simpson, personally guarantee that this Thursday on The Simpsons, there will be big laughs for everyone.
This is a rather shameless promotion. Hey, it worked on me.
The Simpsons Thursday on Fox.
I'm Ed O'Neill from Married with Children. A lot of people ask me, are you anything like Al Bundy? Of course not. He's just a character that I play.
Stay tuned for more Al Bundy on a special presentation of an all-new Married with Children next.
This is WUTV Buffalo.
Special presentation of Married with Children. 6 dream cars, a new home, a new job as a record executive. They're all being given away on the show that makes fantasies come true, Fantasy Park, Saturday on Fox. America's top comics let it all hang out at spring break.
This egg is your brain. This wallet is your parents' money. And this, spring break.
Join host Julie Brown for Comic Strip Live at spring break next. Next Sunday, Charlie and Vinny return in the series premiere of Top of the Heap.
Babu!
Vinny lands a job at a posh country club.
I always wanted you to work on the lap of luxury, and here you are, right in the crutch.
And Charlie falls hopelessly in love with Vinny's new boss.
I didn't know you could still get the hots. And I get just as hot as you get. Just takes me a little longer to heat up.
From the creators of Married with Children comes Top of the Heap.
Babu!
Series premiere right after Married with Children next Sunday on Fox.
You are watching WUTV Buffalo.
This is a Fox News update. It's a heist, and Vincent van Gogh is the target. 2 armed robbers stole 20 of the artist's paintings from a museum in the Netherlands. But the pictures, worth hundreds of millions, were recovered. The robbers abandoned the famous works about an hour after the stick-up. The U.S. says Iraqi refugees will not be abandoned.
To the extent that there are Iraqis who've asked us for assistance, we'll make certain that they're covered in effect.
Cheney says relief efforts continue on the day U.S. troops are pulling out of southern Iraq. In the north, Saddam pays a Kurdish town a visit. He tells Kurds they can return home with nothing to fear. Fingers are crossed in Italy. Officials hope this sinking tanker off the coast won't lose the millions of gallons of oil on board. This has been a Fox News update.
Construction tycoon Brad Stadler's rise to the top just hit a little snag.
I guess a simple coronary wouldn't do?
But fate works in mysterious ways.
I'm an angel. You're not Brad Stadler anymore. You're Arnold Pishkin.
And he's getting a second chance at life, starting from the bottom.
$4 an hour? What'd you make on your last job? $1.6 million?
Hi, honey, I'm dead.
You're not doing drugs or something, are you?
A world premiere movie coming April 22nd. Tonight on the series premiere of Top of the Heap. Charlie and Vinny Verducci are a father and son with dreams of success.
I always wanted you to work on the lap of luxury, and here you are, right in the crunch.
And a weakness for the fairer sex.
I didn't know you could still get the hots.
And I get just as hot as you get. This takes me a little longer to heat up.
From the creators of Married with Children comes Top of the Heap.
Bravo!
Series premiere right after Married with Children, coming up next. Tonight,
I'm Bobcat, your lovely host for the evening.
San Francisco welcomes Bobcat Goldthwait and America's hottest comics.
I saw the monkeys. See, the monkeys, they didn't age gracefully. They're like going, here we come, walking down the street.
Catch Comic Strip Live primetime tonight.
WUTV, Fox 29, Buffalo.
This is a rather shameless promotion. Hey, it worked on me.
The Simpsons, Thursdays on Fox. Tonight,
I'm Bobcat, your lovely host for the evening.
San Francisco welcomes Bobcat Goldthwait and America's hottest comics.
I saw the monkeys. See, the monkeys, they didn't age gracefully. They're like going, here we come, walking down the street.
Catch Comic Strip Live primetime next.
My name is still Arsenio Hall, and a little message for you people at home. If you change the channel, we're going to talk about you when you're gone.
The Arsenio Hall Show, weeknights at 11 on Fox 29.
Jim, what is it that makes Sportsline so interesting?
Let's see. Provocative, informative, gives people an excuse to stay up till midnight.
And nice suits.
April 30th on Global.
You folks feel like hearing about how I won the Canada Cup for us back in '84? Well, that wasn't bossy. That was me. Rink, rat, brown.
A young man's dream of life in the NHL.
We learned it ourselves. Out in the backyards and the school grounds and the ice rinks. The game seeped into us like the smell of wet leather. Frozen and thaw.
Life After Hockey, a Can West Global Showcase, April 30th at 10. April 30th on Global.
You folks feel like hearing about how I won the Canada Cup for us back in '84? Well, that wasn't bossy. That was me. Rink, rat, brown.
A young man's dream of life in the NHL.
We learned it ourselves. Out in the backyards and the school grounds and the ice rinks. The game seeped into us like the smell of wet leather. Frozen and thaw.
Life After Hockey, a Can West Global Showcase, April 30th at 10. Dr. Joel Fleischman is paying his dues.
There are 4 words you need to know to adequately prepare yourself for childbirth.
In Alaska.
I want my epidural.
Northern Exposure, Monday at 10 on Global. At times, Coach Fox can be a really sensitive guy.
But deep inside, I think we're an awful lot alike.
You're a nerd, too?
No.
But there is one exception.
Is that you, Stu? Sorry, sir. Well, come on.
Coach, 7:30 Tuesday on Global. How will you know what will happen today? Who will win it? Who will lose it? How will you know?
Brutal inning here. Glenn Allen Hill with a big fake on the runner. Right through the wicket.
We couldn't do anything right. They couldn't do anything wrong.
How will you know? How hard will they hit? How hard will they fall? How will you know? Sportsline knows. Weeknights and Sundays at 11:30 on Global.
Homer's the life of the party.
I'm the funniest guy in the world. Oh, you're the king.
On an all-new Simpsons Thursday.
Go.
If you want to end your weekend with a laugh, join hosts Jeff Altman and Gilbert Gottfried
I'm Dr. Dynamo.
for the series premiere of the Sunday Comics tonight.
WUTV, Fox 29, Buffalo.
This is a Fox News update. Despite delays, Discovery thunders into orbit from Cape Canaveral. The crew will spend 8 days in space doing research for the Star Wars missile defense system. Back on the ground, tornado victims in Andover, Kansas have a big cleanup job.
Hopefully we can get this community back together here and get things back to normal.
Crews are still looking for bodies in all this debris. The tornadoes killed at least 23 people.
Perhaps on this Sunday, it's a good time to say a prayer for the families that have been hurt so badly by this devastation.
Make sure they get some chow and cleaned up if you can.
In northern Iraq, U.S. and allied soldiers are starting work on a second relief camp for Kurdish refugees. They hope more Kurds will find their way into the security zone. This has been a Fox News update.
Tonight,
Miss Stone says I gotta fire 2 of these girls.
You try and I'll bait you death with my flashlight.
Vinny gets in over his head. But it's nothing he can't handle. Top of the Heap.
Bravo!
Catch an all-new episode right after Married with Children tonight on Fox. Tonight,
Miss Stone says I gotta fire 2 of these girls.
You try and I'll bait you death with my flashlight.
Vinny gets in over his head. But it's nothing he can't handle. Top of the Heap.
Bravo!
Catch an all-new episode right after Married with Children coming up next. If you want to end your weekend with a laugh, join hosts Jeff Altman and Gilbert Gottfried
I'm Dr. Dynamo.
for the series premiere of the Sunday Comics tonight.
Bruce Willis stars
Welcome to the party, pal.
in the box office blockbuster Die Hard, a broadcast premiere Monday.
This is WUTV, Buffalo.
Top of the Heap is brought to you by Sprite. It's the only soft drink with the great taste of lemon. A little more fun than what you're used to.
Bruce Willis stars
Welcome to the party, pal.
in the box office blockbuster Die Hard, a broadcast premiere Monday.
If you want to end your weekend with a laugh, join hosts Jeff Altman and Gilbert Gottfried
I'm Dr. Dynamo.
for the series premiere of the Sunday Comics next. Homer's the life of the party.
I'm the funniest guy in the world. Oh, you're the king.
On an all-new Simpsons Thursday.
Go.
Catch the all-new comedy showcase where the only rule is there are no rules.
Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton's mother.
Join host Jeff Altman for the Sunday Comics tonight on Fox.
This is WUTV, Buffalo.
This is a Fox News update. The president says he feels fine, but he's spending a second day in the Bethesda Naval Hospital undergoing treatment for an irregular heartbeat. Doctors are trying a combination of drugs to get Bush's heartbeat back to normal. Meantime, several advisors dropped by the hospital for bedside briefings. They say it's presidential business as usual. Mrs. Bush has also been close by her husband. She says he looks fabulous. In South Africa, factional fighting has claimed 10 more lives. Over 100 have died in the past week. President de Klerk criticizes the rival groups doing all the fighting. He says they're trying to make South Africa ungovernable.
General H. Norman Schwarzkopf.
Stormin' Norman is the center of attention in Florida. He's the guest of honor at a welcome home parade for Gulf War veterans. This has been a Fox News update.
Last week, Brenda Walsh and Dylan McKay took the most important step in their lives. This Thursday, they're about to face the consequences.
I'm late.
An all-new 90210, Thursday on Fox.
Catch the all-new comedy showcase where the only rule is there are no rules.
Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton's mother.
Join host Jeff Altman for the Sunday Comics tonight on Fox. She has never been fond of pets.
I'd like to go for a ride in the toilet.
But when someone offers a big reward for a missing cat...
You see a stupid cat looks just like your stupid cat.
He can be very friendly.
You don't really think he'd sell my cat, do you?
For $300, my dad tried to convince my mom to be the Volvo test dummy.
Christina Applegate guest stars in Top of the Heap.
I know something that'll keep your mind off your furry little friend.
Baboom!
Catch an all-new episode coming up next. Bart has a job?
The sludge certainly collects donuts. I don't sludge you, you bat.
Catch an all-new Simpsons.
Ow.
Then, Brenda and Brandon's friends are throwing them a surprise party. And you'll never guess why.
We're going back to Minneapolis.
Minneapolis?
Brandon's getting a present he'll never forget.
I want goodbye to be a moment we both remember.
But before their last goodbye, there's a secret that has to come out. An all-new 90210 Thursday.
This is WUTV, Buffalo.
Top of the Heap is brought to you by your Toyota dealers and their quality line of cars and trucks. Toyota, I love what you do for me.
It wants to kill you.
The haunted. No one believes in ghosts. Until they have to.
Catch the all-new comedy showcase where the only rule is there are no rules.
Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton's mother.
Join host Jeff Altman for the Sunday Comics next. Tonight.
Welcome to the mother of all comedy parties.
After what our troops have been through, they could use a good laugh.
Men look at being in love sort of like they stepped in something. Oh, man! I'm in love, man!
Don't miss this all-star comedy salute.
You look like a scud, homeboy.
From the Marine base at 29 Palms.
Gee, I wonder if I could find a date tonight.
The Sunday Comics Welcome Home Special tonight.
This is WUTV, Buffalo.
Top of the Heap is brought to you by Sprite. It's the only soft drink with the great taste of Lyman. A little more fun than what you're used to.
A passionate lady, a noble renegade. Their love became legend. Patrick Bergen and Uma Thurman star in Robin Hood, a world premiere Monday.
Tonight.
Welcome to the mother of all comedy parties.
I haven't seen this many Marines since my bachelorette party.
The Sunday Comics Welcome Home Special next.
WUTV, Fox 29, Buffalo.
Every year, the carnival pulls into this small Nebraska town. But in the summer of '89, it became a backdrop for murder.
Richard was a racist.
like to keep a macho image. How many people that he'd been in a fight with.
Police say this man went on a drinking binge that ended in the death of a fellow carnival worker. You can help bring him to justice. Watch America's Most Wanted, Friday.
Money, sex, power. Some people never get enough.
I gave you everything!
Wall Street, Monday on Fox Night at the Movies.